Are you ready to do a whiskey quickie side-by-side of the Elijah Craig and the Larceny A124 batches? Let's go. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Thanks for joining me for this whiskey quickie side-by-side review with this Elijah Craig A124 batch. And we're going to try this side-by-side, the Larceny A124 batch.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
There's a lot of people doing reviews of one or the other, but I haven't seen anybody do a fresh crack bottle review of them side by side. Nice cork pop. All right, so the first glass is gonna go into the infinity bottle, and I'm gonna pour these into two identical Glencairns, but it's gonna be marked on the bottom of which one is which, because I'm going to mix them up so I don't know exactly which one is which. That way I can try them blind so I can give an honest review of which one I like a little bit better. Because I don't want to come into it with my own bias of what I already think of Elijah Craig and Larceny. So make sure this is the one that says EC on the bottom of it, while the other one has an L on the bottom. And let's check out the bottles real quick as we let those breathe. This is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A124 batch. Alpha signifying it's the first batch of the year because they have an Alpha, Bravo, and a Charlie, ABC. The 1 signifying it comes out in January, and the 24 signifying the year 2024. Now this one has an age statement of 10 years, 9 months, and it's 119 proof. Aside from that, it is the standard Elijah Craig bottle. Now let's take a look at the Larceny. The Larceny is in the standard Larceny bottle. It says batch A124. The nomenclature significance is exactly the same as the Elijah Craig because they're both made by Heaven Hill. The big difference is that the secondary grain in Larceny is wheat, when the secondary grain in Elijah Craig is rye. Now the A124 of the Larceny Barrel Proof is 124.2 proof. That's 62.1% alcohol by volume. All right, now let's get these all mixed up in the turninator. That way we can truly not know which one is which. I don't want to keep track of which one is which. I just want to spin these bad boys around and around and around until I don't know which one is which. I think that's pretty sufficient, don't you? All right, now those are all mixed up. Thank you, turninator. You've outdone yourself. All right, so we've been letting these glasses breathe for a couple minutes. Here on the West Coast, we don't get these bottles as early as they do in other places. But I have not tried these before. I haven't even got samples of them. So this is a genuine fresh crack bottle review. But I don't know which one this is. On the nose, the first thing I thought of was cookies.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me.
Somewhere in between shortbread cookies and sugar cookies. Man, the nose is fantastic on this. Let's check out glass B. Oh wow. There's a lot more dark, rich notes on the nose of glass B. That smells delightful. All right, let's go in for the palate, glass A. Oh, a nice brown sugar note right up front. Then I start feeling the tingle across my palate of this high proof. That cookie note that I got on the nose transfers to the back of the palate, and then it's got a pretty nice Kentucky hug, but it doesn't last very long. Let's go in for a second sip. I just got some honey that I didn't get on the first sip. That is really nice. I like it a lot. Let's go in for the palate on glass 2. Cheers. The sugary sweetness on glass 2 is a lot lighter of a sugar. It has more vanilla going on than I anticipated. Let's go in for a second sip. The proof hit me more on the second sip than it did the first one. A lot of those light sugary notes are still there. Lots of vanilla and oak. The nose on glass 2 was excellent. I thought I would like that glass more, but the palate on glass 1 is way better. I like it a lot more. And so if I was only going to choose one of these bottles to buy, it'd be glass 1. All right, let's see what they are. Glass 1 is the Larceny. I preferred the Larceny over the Elijah Craig, which I'm pretty happy about because the Larceny was about $20 cheaper than the Elijah Craig was. Let's see how they drink together. Cheers. Oh, that's fantastic. Heaven Hill needs to do a 4 grain. If you have a Larceny Barrel Proof and an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, even if they're not both the A124, do a 50-50 blend. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. Heaven Hill needs to do a barrel proof 4-grain, because that is fantastic. Thanks for joining me. Earn, protect, enjoy. Cheers.